John has a theory that viewership is down because he hasn't been in it much.
Those ratings are on their way up, Nick.
Shanti was also having trouble with technology today. She ordered 2 coffees instead of 1.
No.
You just got to accept that it's here, that the camera is here. What are you working on? What's happening? Mateo's actually working on a project that he enjoys today, as opposed to all the other stuff he has to do.
Look at that, it's like a masterpiece.
G'day guys, it is the 1st of February, welcome back. It's been an interesting day. Wow, I'm exhausted. There's just too much going on at the moment. I just have so much work, plus I just have all these other responsibilities. I'm a responsible adult. This is the thing I feared as a mid-20-year-old, is growing up and being responsible for a whole lot of stuff. Now that's not true. I don't mind being responsible for things, but man, it's just like, being an adult is not what I thought it would be at all. How my parents did this, raising 3 kids, and putting us all through school and paying for all the bills and looking after the house, etc., etc. This is adulting, man. Adulting is hard. I'm 37 this year. I'm actually 38 at the end of this year, and man, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling my age. I wish people had just told me a couple of things about being an adult, and one of the things, and these are a couple of things that I think I wish people had told me growing up. 1, your metabolism changes. I know this is real obvious, but they don't tell you how drastically it changes as you get older. When I hit 25, my metabolism changed. I just couldn't eat junk anymore. I just had to actually start eating a bit better. When I turned 30, it changed again. I couldn't eat nearly as much junk food as I used to. Actually, I had to start exercising to actually keep the weight off. And when I became 35, it changed again. Number 2, you will sleep less as you get older. Now, my mom, I don't know, is the only person I know who still is able to sleep like a teenager, but everybody else I know doesn't sleep as much anymore. My science friend actually told me. Thanks, Sam. Thanks, Sam. Thanks, Sam.
This is the only way.
That it's something to do with the melatonin doesn't get produced as easily as you get older. And I've noticed that even if I want to sleep in on the weekend, I can't do it anymore. I try to sleep in, but does not come easy. I have to really push through to sleep in. Sounds dumb. I can't push through. I know people say, oh, why? It's just so easy. Trust me, when you get to my age, it's not easy anymore. Number 3, how to budget stuff. I know this is a real obvious thing, but I never actually got told how to budget things as growing up. My sister, actually, my younger sister, who's 5 years younger than me, actually told me some basic budgeting principles, but how do you budget things? How do you actually write down a list of things you got to spend money on to actually pay your bills? Maybe this is something that everybody knows, but from all the adults that I know, it's like something that gets dropped on you. It's like suddenly you have to figure out how to manage your money, I wish somebody had just sat me down and go, this is where you just gotta write a column. There's your expenses, these are your bills, things you gotta pay. You gotta put this money aside for these things, and everything else you can just spend. 4, one of the most annoying things about growing up is having to look at boring things like insurance. And insurance is so dumb, but you need it. If you don't have it, you can get in so much trouble for not having these things. And even as my work, as a person who owns their own company, you need insurances. And this is the crazy part. You have to go shopping for insurance. And how do you know? You gotta start reading paperwork. You gotta start reading the fine print and seeing what the actual terms are. I didn't used to do this. I used to just sign everything. But now, as an adult, I actually have to pay attention to what I'm reading and actually read through the contracts and actually try and understand all the legalese in there. It's hard work. You can do it. You can do it if you read enough contracts, you understand what they all mean, but they just take time and they're such a pain in the ass. And finally, one thing they never explain to you as you become an adult is that you have less friends. And I don't mean that in the sense that you are choosing to have less friends. In general, you just have less friends. You just don't have as much time to spend with everybody. And as everybody eventually thins out and these friends go over here and these friends will go this way, and you'll have a couple of friends here or here just sort of sticking around, and you'll only have a small group of friends, generally speaking. But that's all right. That's actually not a bad thing. It's kind of like, you know what? These people have stood the test of time, and you will meet new people, but for the most part, you only have a small group of friends. I'm thinking about doing a series about just hacks, I guess. I don't know, would you call it hacks? Or just things that I think I've just literally learned. But I don't know, what do you guys think? Should I do something like that? Would that be something that interests you? But I don't know. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening, and I'll see you tomorrow. This is being requested by Jared Chapman. He's asked me to give you a review of the movie Troll. I saw it, it was good, music was great. I actually bought the soundtrack. That's how good the movie was. Really bright colors, really good animation. If you got kids, you should definitely bring them. And Jared, you did marry well, so good on you, buddy.